Welcome to Mishna study Masechet Maaser Sheni Perek He Mishna Aleph. Over here, we're moving on to the last Perek of Maaser Sheni, and we're going to speak about the laws of Kerem Revaii. Right? If we remember, in general, when it comes to planting, if a person plants a fruit tree, he's not allowed to eat from that fruit tree for the first 3 years. That's considered orla. Only in the 4th year, right? Bashana Revi'it Kodesh Hilulim Ladunai. Right? The 4th year, it becomes Kadosh to Hashem. Right? So the 4th year. Right, this if it's a vine, if it's a grapevine, a vineyard, right, then he could go ahead and take these grapes and eat them in Jerusalem. On the 5th year, he could eat them at home. Right, so it's something unique to the vine, to the vineyard, where not just after 3 years, not even after the orla is over, after the first 3 years, the 4th year is this in-between state where you're not allowed to eat it at home, right? But you are allowed to go ahead and take it up to Jerusalem and eat it there, and that's why it's in our Masechet, right? Because it's very similar to the laws of Maaser Sheni. And that's going to be the discussion now, Mishna, of marking it off. A person needs to mark off his vineyard, right? How does he go ahead and do so? So Kerem Revaii, mitzayanin oto bekuzezot adama. So if you have Kerem Revaii, this 4th year vineyard, right, and you want to mark it off so everybody knows that, you have to eat these fruits in Jerusalem. People that are passing by or not. So you have to mark off that, these fruits need to be eaten in Jerusalem. So what do? You mark it off, right? Tziyun, actually, the word tziyun actually comes from the word from Yahezkel, actually the perek that talks about over there, Gog Magog, right? When they're walking through, actually the pasuk says, it's not tziyun, right? They'll see the bones of a person and they'll actually build over there a little marker, right? So over here, so you're marking it off. Right, what are you marking off this Kerem Revaii, this vineyard with? Because these little, clods of dirt. Right, so you're marking it off over there, and people will know that it's Kerem Revaii. You have to eat it in Jerusalem. V'shir orla, let's say it's orla, the first 3 year fruits. That you need to mark off with harsit. Harsit is more of a like a teat, more of like a cement, a burnt out, dried out cement. All right, over here, when it comes to this, we need to go ahead and have a little bit of a more of a marker. And why so? Because when it comes to the orla, it's much stricter isur, right? Kerem Revaii, you're allowed to eat, but when it comes to orla, right, it's asur b'hana'ah. You're not allowed to benefit from orla. As we'll see in Masechet Orla. So therefore, you have to, you can't just mark it off with little, clods of dirt. You have to actually use harsit. B'shel kevarot, when it comes to the graves, right? So they would mark off graves also, so the Kohanim, don't stumble upon it and become tameh. So they'll mark that off with seed, with limestone. They would take it, they would, stir it, pour it over, and the Kohanim would know to stay away from this area, right? They would put this little more of a lime, like a limestone on the ground, and the Kohanim would know to stay away from that area. Amar Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel, comes in Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel, and it says, "B'mei dvarim amurim." What are we talking about? That you need to go ahead and mark off the Kerem Revaii and the orla, right? So people don't take from it. But Shavit on the 7th year. And the Shemitah year. But if it's not the Shemitah year, if it's the first to 6th year, why do I need to mark off my own vineyard so someone doesn't come and eat my fruits by mistake? They're stealing from me if they're eating from my vineyard. I have to mark off that my trees are orla, so some robber doesn't come into my property and start to eat my fruit, or on the 4th year come in and start eating my grapes. That's his problem. He's stealing. I have to be responsible for someone that's coming to steal from me. That's Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel, and Rabban says it's true, right? Halacha is going to be like him, right? There's no he's takana legazlan. I have to make a takana for the gazlan so he doesn't come to michshol. Shalei avon hagazlanut yoter hamur, right? The avon of stealing is way more hamur than eating orla or Kerem Revaii outside of its place. Right, such a nice, powerful statement. That's sinuim, right? The people are at senua, meaning people are midatek in the mitzvot. Manichin tamaot ve'omrim, they will leave the coins on the side, right? So now comes the Shnat Shemitah, right? It comes and he has Kerem Revaii, right? 4th year a vineyard in his property. So even so, you still need to, a person who has stuff to eat these fruits in Jerusalem. So what does he do? He actually uses a coin over there. He says, anyone that takes from the Kerem Revaii, right? Anyone that comes, any of the Anim that come in the field and they pick from this fourth year vineyard, right? It's going to be redeemed onto my coin. Right, so over here, he's allowing for the people to come in the Shanat Shemitah and go ahead and eat from his Kerem Reva'i, even in his field, and he'll take their coin and redeem it in Yerushalayim, right? Because there's coin kat mizim anything that's grabbed, that's picked from this vineyard is going to be mehulal on these coins. And halacha is, as we said, like Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel.